This is Realty Resource Radio on Classic Country K107.1, and we're having a Restaurant of the Month every month that we promote. And this month it's Caribbean Jerks Bar and Grill, Island Bar and Grill. They have great stuff to eat. They have a great atmosphere. And the way we find these restaurants is we're just out there eating at the restaurant. And if we like it, we're like, hey, this is great stuff. I wonder if they'd be interested in, just getting more people in, giving away a gift certificate. If you would like to get win a $50 gift certificate, we're having a sweepstakes on our website. Just go to realtyresourceradio.com, contests. You can sign up, get a free gift certificate to Caribbean Jerks. We were there for lobster night Thursday. $20 for a whole lobster.
That they fly in from Nova Scotia.
It was great food. I had the ribs as well.
And where are they located again? Polaris Parkway and where else?
Up in Polaris Parkway.
I thought they had one in Pickerington for some reason, but maybe not.
I don't know. We'll have to ask. To ask them. But anyways, come to our website if you'd like to get a $50 gift certificate to Caribbean Jerks. Great atmosphere, great food. A lot of people say they'd like to get into real estate, and I want to be a realtor, and they make so much money. You just show houses a little bit. I know you've heard this. We hear it all the time, and I'm thinking to myself, there's nothing more stressful than being a realtor. I see it in action every day. Lori, what got you into real estate? Can you tell us, because a lot of people think of becoming a realtor, but they don't know. It sounds great. Work your own hours, make all kinds of money. Is that why you got into real estate?
No, actually, I got into real estate because I'm of the belief that I think everyone should have a roof over their head. And that was just kind of a conviction that I have, that I wanted to help people, and not whether it be, something small or whether it be couple $1 million home or whatever. I felt that I wanted to help people use, oftentimes the home that they buy is the biggest investment that someone will make in their life. And so I wanted to be able to help somebody make a wise decision with their investment. I have lived in Columbus my whole life. I grew up in Upper Arlington. I've been in real estate since 1993. I got licensed in 1996. I've worked for many real estate companies that you can name out there. I actually currently am working for ERA Real Solutions in Westerville, and I absolutely love it there. It's like a big family. I've been blessed with being able to have lots and lots of clients over the years. I'm a multi-million-dollar producer. I also have a team of 5 realtors, actually 4 realtors and 1 licensed admin, and for the Selling Columbus team. And I just really love helping people with making that good decision with their money, and not throw their money away, which kind of goes hand in hand with why I wanted to do this real estate radio show, because I wanted to be an advocate for people who are listening and have them go to the best resources available, and have our listeners be able to count on somebody that they can count on. Oftentimes we get asked, well, who should I go to for my patio, or who should I go to for a plumber, or those kinds of things, and I wanted to be able to provide that kind of a resource for them. So that's really my main motivation for becoming a realtor and doing what I do. And I do love, of course, looking at homes, and I love being able to look at different building styles and just all the different facets that go along with real estate, different places. I sell everywhere from, people ask me all the time, well, where do you mostly focus on? I'm like, well, I focus everywhere. I started out in Upper Arlington because that's where my home was, but honestly, because I've been doing it for so long, I'm helping people and their children getting houses now, and I'm all the way out in Lithopolis. I'm over in Lancaster. I'm up in Johnstown. I'm out in Marysville. I went as far as Mansfield last year. So I'm really everywhere from Central Ohio on out because of the nature of my clientele. My clientele, 99.9% of my business is past client referral. I don't do a whole lot of self-promotion just because I don't need to anymore, but it's been a blessing to be able to help people with their decisions. You and I go back a long ways, and I remember when you were first thinking of becoming a real estate agent. How long do we go back, honey? 1988. Right. We got married. Yeah, exactly. And he's been with me the whole way through.
And one of those reasons that you got into it is you realize, we were getting ready to have kids.
Oh yeah.
And you thought, how do I have a job? Can I stay home and just watch the kids full time? No, we still need to make a little bit of money. And so you were thinking that if I got into real estate, I could, rather than, work full time and put the kids in daycare,
right.
I could at least be home somewhat with the kids, juggle that a little bit, and still get out and do some work.
And made the $1 Million Club our first year, which meant I worked a lot.
You did. And I was, we laugh, but I remember those days, and you would take, we've got a minivan to tote the kids around in,
yeah.
and you would pack the kids up into the minivan, and then take them with you to show people homes. I was just amazed at how hard you worked.
I think people felt sorry for me, truth be told. And that's why we made the $1 Million Club.
Well,
No.
You've come a long way since then.
Just joking.
I was walking through a parade of homes a few years ago, and they have like a tunnel that you go through, and with all the sales pitchy things, and it said, "Want to work your own hours, become a real estate agent."
Did you laugh?
Well, I did, only because I've lived with you for so long. Work your own hours as a real estate agent really means, since you don't get paid hourly, you only get paid if a home sells. Really what it means is if you're hungry and you need to make some money, you probably ought to answer the phone about
Absolutely.
24/7.
And you better have a burden to help people and not be in it just for the money.
Well, because I know...
Why did you get into real estate, Greg?
Well...
Or why what made you
well,
want to do this show?
Well, you were in it first as a real estate agent, and I have a background in mathematics, and so I'm very good with numbers, number crunching, analysis of numbers, and so you would ask me now and then, hey, what do you think about this property? Yeah, can you look, do some research for me on how homes are selling, where should it be priced, that sort of thing. And so it's just natural for me to dig in and to love those numbers and to just try to do some analysis, get the best price you can for the house. Because you want to price it, you don't want to price it too high, it sits on the market, people wonder what's wrong with the house. So you try to get it priced just right. And so you had me working on those statistics and those numbers. And then I remember you telling me that you wanted me to help you out full time because then I could answer more questions. So I guess you could say that I got into the real estate business and got my license because I was drafted by my wife.
And what made you want to do this radio show with me? Other than me making you do it with me.
Well, it's something we can do together that's fun. It's going to be helpful to other people for the same reasons you pointed out. We are always asked, who can do this? Do you know somebody that can help out with the mechanicals, with the heating and the cooling? What do we do about, a deck? Do you know someone that can refer us for a hot tub? There's all sorts of things that we can add value to by being on the radio and helping people out. And, of course, spending time with you working on it as well.
I remember recently we had a situation with a friend on Facebook, a mutual friend that had an issue. Remember that? And he said, gosh, what do I do? The contractors just left me in the middle of...
Yes. Yeah, that was the concrete patio.
Right. And you thought to yourself, gosh, if only we had this radio show up and running, by now people would be able to go to those.
Yeah, just refer them to the website. If you need a good contractor, a professional that does quality work, come to realtyresourceradio.com, and there's our list right there. It's the people we've worked with over the years who do great work.
Absolutely. Well, let me tell you, next week we are going to have a fantastic show on. We are going to have, do you have radon in your house? Do you know if you have radon? What is radon? What are some steps that you can take to mitigate that? And then we're going to have a radon expert come in and talk about radon. What is radon? How can you do some things to maybe help, not have such high levels if that's possible? I'm curious to this myself. Also, we're going to have someone come on and talk about mold remediation. What is mold? Do we need to be worried about? I know. That has actually killed so many contracts because people get so scared of mold, yet honestly I've been told that it's not something to necessarily be afraid of. It's not something to cancel a deal over. People don't understand it and they need to be educated, and so I'm really excited to have the mold people come on and talk about that with us and how to mitigate it, how to remedy it. What do we need to worry about? What don't we need to worry about? How does it really affect you? Just educate all of us on that. Also, we're going to have a person come on and talk about heating and cooling. What kinds of things do we really need to worry about. I recently, personally, we had someone come in, and he's going to be on the show to talk about, I saw this rust under our furnace, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm for sure that we're going to need a whole new system. And he said, really, you just had a little bit of a leak in a pipe that I fixed, and it took 2 seconds, and there's no problem. This heater will probably last you another 10 years. But reality is that if we go to sell our house, we will probably, if we had a home inspector come in, they would say, oh, it's on its last leg, and it would scare the heck out of some buyers if they looked if they looked at the rust on our floor. So I'm very much looking forward to having these people on our show next week. Thank you again, Amy Metters, Sita Chapa, for coming on. Don't forget to go to our website and look at these people that have been on the show today and get information.
On our show, we're also looking for some people that can do some music for us. I love shows that have a little bit of music. We're on a country station as well, so we're looking for somebody that maybe has a country sound, someone that can do some acoustical work. We come to our website. We have a music link. Look it up. Get in touch with us. We'd love to talk to you about sharing time on our radio show in exchange for some music.